Man, need to get back into this. So Zimbabwe has declared war on Zambia. That will be interesting. Zimbabwe is a much smaller country, but it has about the same provinces as its northern neighbour. Maybe not so anymore, but before that dreadful war. I do not know why Yes, why did they attack Zambia? That seems like a poor eye. Oh, okay. So I did not realise they had South Africa on their side, so that's going to be quite the game changer. I am kind of rooting for the Zambians here, as they are a smaller country, and South Africa needs a big enemy in the region, though that is not going to happen with the type of development in the south of Africa. The only real threat to them later on will be Nigeria. Also, it looks like Nigeria did a quick backstab on Gabon, probably just occupying a bit of Central Africa's area, and they are now going after the Congo and the DRC as well. That's going to be pretty big, but they are slowly pushing south, which is big trouble for the Angolans and most of the nations that are now dominant there, including Zambia, Botswana, and eventually South Africa. I do not know why Lesotho is still alive, though. So, excuse me, I'm trying to clear my throat, and it's not working out. The Bangladeshi-Indian war has ended, but now we've got an Indian-Pakistani war. It hasn't worked out too well so far from the looks over here. Nigerian-Congolese, yes, we had a look at that, and Omani-Yemeni war. So it doesn't look like any land changed hands between the Ethiopians and the Somalis, which is good for Somalia. I'm glad they're in a stable state right now. And the Yemenis are going to probably take what's left of Oman. So, the Pakistanis had made early gains, but now the Indians have pushed them back quite significantly. This is going to be a major game changer. There it is. Most of the land, the fertile land of Pakistan, going to India, and Baluchistan is mostly under the control of Pakistan still. I think probably all of it. Yes, it is. It's all under Pakistani control, but for how long we do not know. Maybe Afghanistan will move in from the north and take what's left, though. It will be interesting. So it looks like the Chinese have dealt with the northern separatists and the Confucian zealots. They are now mopping up, sadly, for the greater nations of this world. China has won, or so it would seem so far. Xu Zhenxi, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that, but he has brought the ever-loving Indian army to a halt as they plan their next move. The separatist incursions did not work, so they are now planning the next route of attack, it would seem. Nepal still exists for some reason. They should really go under the yoke of either India or China. Same for Bhutan. Bhutan doesn't even have a guarantee on it, so they'll probably quickly be swallowed by China. So, we have missed out on quite a lot so far. Brazil has won the war against the French. Now, the French didn't lose anything in the Caribbean, but they did lose Cayenne, or French Guiana, which is humiliating rather than actually of any strategic importance. The Nigerian-Congolese nationalist war is still going on. Congo is fully occupied. The DRC is getting some land occupied as of now. The Omani-Yemeni nationalist war still raging on, and the Turkmen change of government form against Afghanistan. That will be interesting to check out. Now, the Rwandans, why... Okay, maybe that's always been like that. I do apologise. Oversight on my behalf. So, the Republic of Congo is probably going to disappear here. And up in the north, we have 45,000 troops pushing through the north of Afghanistan. This is going to be dreadful. Though this is the graveyard of empires, I think the graveyard of empires will finally be conquered. And maybe in a stable state under the Turkmens. If not, then in a similar form of government, probably republic. The troop movements in India are rather interesting right now. They are receiving trade power from Myanmar, a new development. Looks like the Chinese are mopping up a lot of 1,000 stacks as each of these major powers rebuild for what's next. We have just hit 2016 and not much has occurred as of now. We have the Brazilian-Peruvian nationalist war, the Iraqi-Syrian nationalist war, and the two wars that have been raging on so far. Now, this has been quite a bit quicker than the last episodes, I do believe. We have already hit 2016 in what feels like a much shorter time. So, the Venezuelans, in an unprecedented turn of events, actually almost fully took most of... They almost full annexed Colombia, save for some extreme southern provinces. Peru did grow at Colombia's expense. No, they did not. Okay, but they are up against the resident giant of South America, Brazil. Now this is going to be interesting though, because the Argentinians are also on Peru's side, so we may see a Brazil that is a shadow of its former self. They do have the troops, but whether they can control them remains to be seen. Up in the north, nothing has occurred at all, in the slightest. It's very peaceful up here with the giant economic powerhouse that is the USA, though I do not know why Reno and Salt Lake City are so developed now, but America is slowly making its way towards very, very rich provinces throughout the entire country. Now, those wars have died off. We didn't even get to check on the Iraqi-Syrian nationalist war, but it looks like Rabah al-Raqqa and Halab have all gone to Iraq. Iraq being very stable, and the Islamic State not spawning has definitely made them a bit of a power in the region, which is very, very interesting. Now, Syria still exists and is occupying northern Lebanon and also Latakia, but not much else has changed. Azerbaijan is actually become quite a bit of a blockage between a buffer state against Russia and Turkey. But that's about it. We do have revolutionaries in Kazakhstan, quite a few. The Russians have about 110,000 troops around Moscow, or Moskva if you prefer. So China still repairing its units, and now we're going to check on the scoreboard. Looks like something's happening in Northern America. Let's check on the Sierra Leone and Guinean nationalist war. That looks to have just started. That's going to be pretty quick. Guinea. Ooh. Sierra Leone's going to lose out here. Maybe. Ooh. This is going to be interesting. Hopefully Ivory Coast gains from this, is all I can say. Okay, so let's check the scoreboard. It's going to be very interesting, and it's going to change. So we have the USA at the top, with China coming in a very far second, Japan also coming in a very far third, and India coming in a bottomless fourth. There's a very, very large misconstruing of the scoreboard here. It looks like Brazil will eventually quickly overtake Great Britain here. Italy's going to fall behind and give way to Indonesia as well. So Thailand is going to eventually, a long way away, give way to Mexico. Israel, we didn't talk about this, but Egypt made gains and losses. Bardia has gone to Egypt. I do not know why my mouse is being a bit weird at the moment. I do apologize. But they gained quite well off of the Egyptians. Anyway, American-Mexican nationalist war. This is going to be a no contest. I do apologize to any Mexican viewers, but... Oh, it's an imperialist war. Do apologize to any Mexican viewers here, but... Yes, you have 400,000 American troops, bit more than that, quite a bit more than that. Probably well over 500,000 American troops in your borders. They did make great gains. They managed to push through and destroy all of Central America and bring it under their direct rule. However, it does not look like it's been enough to break the tide of that American force coming down from the north. Quite the sight it is. I'm kind of hoping that the US takes most of Mexico here so we can see a bit more power plays in America. But Brazil is still looking like it's losing out against Peru and Argentina, even though this should be an easy war for them. Very sad indeed. Bolivia still maintaining a strong grip over their region, though they are one of the poorest states in the area. But Paraguay is even smaller, so we shall see. Independence guaranteed by Peru, independence guaranteed by Argentina, but Bolivia is allied with Argentina, so all very interesting. Not much is actually happening on the world stage at the moment, so I do believe this is a good time to end up. Thank you for watching, guys. See you all next time. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. You know the drill already. And northern Afghanistan has been conquered by Turkmenistan, as we realized, and their government didn't get changed. What a shame. Anyway, see you all